very quick tutorial on how to play this course. Test live stream, let's go. So this course is broken up into 3 nines. So you have the first 9, each one of the little, I don't know, what are these called, archways? Or you have an archway here for the west, and then you have a middle, and then you have an east. And it's broken up into 3 9-holes. So let's start here. We'll just start right here on the west course. So you can either play the shot underneath the rocks, or you come around to the left and you're trying to bank the ball off of these bricks here and get it to kick towards the cup. So I like to play the shot where I'm starting about 1 shoe from the right, 1 shoe and about a putter from the right. I'm going to go around the big rock formation to the left. You want to hit the ball with the pace. Once it comes down there, it's going to turn left. Hit the ball at the pace that it kicks off the rocks like that, and then it can kind of go towards the cup. Just clean up your short par. And that's how you play hole 1. All right, hole 2 on the west course. So if you look at the layout here, you can see the hole sits back over in that area, and the green slopes away from the cup. It slopes towards the back. So you can either play around this side over here, or you can play a shot where you just kind of lay up and try to make a 4 or 5 foot putt. So some players like to play over here. This is about a shoe off the left. You want the ball to kind of be rolling about 2 putters off of here, so about through here. It's going to clip the bricks, and you want to get it around the tree and get it towards. So this is the best chance for you to get it close, but it does bring in the chance for you getting cracked or gapped by the bricks. Come out there, hit it out there like that. That's not too bad of a leave. I'm not sure, what is this putt? It's pretty straight, or?
That or left center.
Yeah, left center it is. So just down, a little bit down slope, show it off to the right. Most of the shots are going to end up generally like more around this area, and these putts are pretty straight, breaking slightly to the right. So get the ball anywhere in this area on hole 2, and that's a good shot. Moving on to hole 3. Love the little signs here. Sun. So a lot of players will try to come over. You can try to go into this pipe here, and it does outlet towards the cup. It can go in every once in a while. Or you play past the cup. You're hitting the bricks here and kicking it down the downslope to try to get it down in this area. Playing it past the cup to the left is definitely safer, rebounding it off the back. I'll try to show you both shots. But you have a better chance of getting the ball close if you make it into the pipe. So if you're going to go past the cup, basically kind of start in the middle. You want to get the ball running past the left of the cup. Kick it off, have the ball come back down here this way, get it running down the slope, and then you can end up down that way. The other way you can play it is 1 shoe off the left, not from the bricks, but from the edge. A little bit of an awkward stance, but basically you're aiming straight at the cup. Oh, it's just a little short. But you're basically aiming straight at the cup. And once you get it in there, you have a good chance of getting it down, and the ball will come out pretty slowly, and it ends up right next to the hole. Every once in a while it'll go in, but if you can master getting into that pipe, you always give yourself a really good chance of at least making it 2. It is possible to hit the ball off the bricks or through the pipe and make an ace. That's the gist of how to play hole number 3. All right, hole number 4. Yon. So a couple different ways you can play it. Some players will play this about 1 shoe from the right. and then aiming basically at the right lip. If you hit a good shot, it'll just kind of track down the carpet lines, and it should make a very gentle left-hand turn. Should make a very gentle left-hand turn. That's a little bit slow, but you can see how that ball's kind of drifting to the left. So you just play it just a little bit off to the right. The other way you can play it is you can use this hill, the hill here on the left. I like to go 2 shoes about right in the middle, and then basically I'm aiming, I want the ball to come right through here. It's gonna bump off that hill and kick it towards the cup. I like playing it off the hill because it kind of takes a little bit of the variance out. Get it out there, get it out the cup. That's a bit fast, but I like playing it like that because it kind of takes some of this wiggling in the middle out. Just get it bumping off that hill, and you can run it in that way. And that's how you can play hole number 4 on the west course here at Ninja Golf. We got some backfiring here with vehicles out. All right, hole number 5, go. Each of the holes here, the Japanese theme, of course the Ninja. 2 ways to play this one as well, single rebound or double rebound. Both ways, you're gonna start the ball on the right side. Both shots you're gonna hit about the same spot. Single rebound, you're hitting the ball basically in this area off the bricks, and it kicks it towards the cup. Double rebound, off the bricks, past the cup, off the back, and then back in that way. Now with these bricks, you can see the gaps in between them, so there's a little bit more variance. There's a little bit more of a risk. Wow, it's actually fireworks. This fireworks. I thought it was a car backfiring. I'll show you both shots here. We'll do single shot, single kick, or single rebound or double rebound. So this is a single. Start from the right. Let's get your speed right. Get it out there. Let the ball hit the bricks. That one got cracked. See, that's always a thing here with these Harris golf courses. Is sometimes you're just going to get a bad bounce. Now, if you do a double rebound, you play a little bit farther out and just hit it harder. Same line. Kickoff. I got cracked 2 times. But that's part of the Harris golf. And then you've got to learn all these different par putts. I thought that ball turned to the left. It does not. And then sometimes you have awkwardness here where you have to be over the top of an obstacle. That was pretty straight. But you're hoping that the ball comes through, kicks off that way. That's the double rebound. And then you hope the ball gets kind of close to the cup. That's hole number 5. All right, now moving on to number 6, Roku. So, 1 shoe, 1 putter, 1 ball. The sign out there where it says Midwest Manga, you're basically aiming underneath that sign. This is a double rebound shot, off the back wall, kicks off the side wall, and then you're hoping it kicks it back towards the cup to give yourself the best chance to make it 2. So make sure you hit it, give this thing plenty of pace. Don't scuff it like that. That was terrible. Oh my God. Ugh. Whoops. Even the best mess up. Let's try that again. Off the back, kick it, hope it kicks again. But if you scuff it like that in a tournament, then you got to play it there, and that's your second shot. Sometimes you have an awkward stance and things happen. These putts from back here, these putts from here generally turn to the left. Usually when it comes down through here, everything just kind of wants to funnel to the left. So kind of play it a little bit off onto the right, a slower speed, and it should turn back to the left. Just like that. All right, on to number 7, Nana. This is a 3-tier hole. So you have the top tier. The object here is you're trying to hit the bricks down in this area to get the ball to kick down the 2nd tier and then funnel it down towards the cup. So start this from the left. I like playing 1 shoe from the edge of the green, not the bricks. There's a brick over here that has like a machine mark on it, and that's what I'm aiming at, right over in this area. One of these bricks has a machine mark. That might be this one. It's hard to tell. One of these.
Yes, that one does.
One of these has a machine mark on it. I think it's a little bit farther down than that, but anyways, that's what I'm aiming at. And you just want to kind of kiss it off of there and get the ball tracking down towards the cup. The worst thing you can do is miss everything to the right. Let's get the ball down there, work it down there, let it kick. Make sure you get it down the hill. Oh no, sometimes that can happen. I didn't hit it quite far enough down. Now I'm stuck on top of here. And that's what you have for your second putt. So that was a good try, but you're trying to hit a little bit farther down. You just kick it off, just a little kiss off the bricks, and just get it working down the hill like that, and it'll work its way down towards the cup, and you have a good chance to make it too. All right, that is number 7. Making our way down the path to number 8, Hotch. So Hotch. And a couple ways you can play it. One, you can go all the way around the world here and follow this all the way around. Got some fireworks going off in the back. It sounds like a shotgun. That's crazy. You can go around, or you can play it. You can jump this rock if you want to, or you can play it around the right side, and it's a backdoor shot. Around the right side, you want to just miss the cup, come off the back, and bring it back in that way. So, I like playing the backdoor shot. There's another one that I'm starting one shoe from the edge of the carpet. I'm aiming to the right of that rock. Get it out there, let it kick off the bricks, and kick towards the cup like that. The tighter you get to the rock, the better of a chance you have of missing the cup to the right. And if you miss the cup to the right, that's what you want. So those balls are too far right. They're kicking off fine, but really, if you can get the ball rolling like right through there like that, and get the ball either going right to the right edge of the cup, so the ball's missing like that, that's the one that if you can get it doing that, you have a chance for an ace. But that's how you play hole number 8 on the West course. All right, going on hole number 9, cute. One shoe, one putter from the edge of the carpet. Basically aiming at the cup. When the ball goes down there, it's going to drift slightly to the right. And then this mound right here is going to push it a little bit back towards the left. And I'd like to thank Brent Whirling for helping us here. Basically one shoe, one putter, and aim at the cup. That's a little too far right, so you can see how that ball pushed off. Might be too slow. Just a little too slow. You see how it's get a little push, tiniest little push off of here, and it has a good chance of tracking in. And that's how you play number 9. Moving on to the middle course. The business is technically closed right now. But this is the middle course. Hole 1, G, as the fireworks go off in the background. A couple different ways you can play this. The object is to get the ball coming off the slope somewhere in this area to get it to turn to the right and get it down towards the cup. Lots of different ways you can play it. You can just kind of pick your spot. So I show you 2 different ways. You can play it from the right, about one putter from the right. And get it, that slope. It kind of turns left. That's a little bit too far left. You can see how it wants to work the ball back to the right. You can go for one shoe from the left side. It's a little bit too slow. So you have a couple of different ways to play it, but the gist of it is trying to get the ball working here, and then it'll work down towards the cup. And that's hole 1 on the middle course. Hole 2 is probably the best hole in the course on the entire property. Hole 2 in the middle. 1 shoe and about 1 putter from the right. You're working your way through this gap. The ball should be about 1 putter off these bricks, and it's gonna make a gentle left-hand turn and just track right towards the cup. If you get the ball a little bit too close to the rocks, it can actually influence it back to the right and help kick it back online as well. But this hole is one that you really want to make good. So a shoe and a putter, about a putter off the bricks there, and just get it going. And see how the ball came really close to that to the rock, and it pushed it back to the right. So you can see how that the ball it's starting to go towards the rock, and it just pushes it back a little bit to the right. You really got to give hole number 2 a great chance. Just like I said, this is probably the most consistently playing hole on the course. All right, hole 3. So up the 2, this is another 3 tier. It's the 2nd tier, up to the 3rd tier. The cup sits here. The object is to go straight off the back door and bring it off the back door and try to get as close as you can. So just pick your tee spot, it doesn't really matter. I do 1 shoe, just give myself a little bit more room. And just straight up the gut. Straight up the gut, off the back. Sometimes it can line up and go in. It's off the back. Sometimes you're gonna get cracked, but these putts are okay. Everything up here, it's not too bad. It's pretty much straight. But everything over here, that's it. Just straight out the back wall and just try to get the ball somewhere around the cup every once in a while to go in. All right, hole 4 is another one you have a good chance. Show you 2 different ways to play it. I don't know if you can see this, zoom in on this little divot right here. There's a little divot on the ground. You just put the ball directly behind that. Tee it up. These carpet lines. This is the carpet line you want. Right there. It's a slight pull off the tee for a right-handed player, so slightly to the left. You get that ball running up that line, and this hole plays fast. It's actually uphill, but it almost plays like it's downhill. It's ridiculous how fast this plays. So aim at that carpet line, get it up, let it run towards the cup. Ah! The other way you can play it is 2 shoes from the right, and you're basically just kind of going straight at the cup, maybe left lip. And that one wanted to drift left. Usually that ball wants to kind of tail off to the right a little bit, but you have a good chance of making this one as well. Just get your speed right, and even though it's uphill, it plays fast. Really fast. All right, moving on to hole 5. Another one you have a good chance to make. Two different ways you can go. I personally like using this right here. This lines up really well with the cup, going around the left side. And in there, there's a good chance of making it. The west course and the middle course are your 2 chances to make things here. So a shoe and a putter from the left bricks. I want this ball running right through here to bump off of here and just kind of bump off that ridge. And it'll track right towards the cup. It's slightly uphill in the first beginning of it, and then it's a little bit downhill. Just remember, you just got to hit it just a little bit firmer. Come on, bump off of there, roll towards the cup. Ah, so close. But that's the gist of how you play hole 5. Oops. How you play hole 5 on the middle course. Hole 6. All right, hole 6. This huge hump in the middle. kind of guard you from playing a direct shot. You want to use the hump. Over the hump, the ball's going to turn left. You miss the cup off the back and bring it back that way. Basically start kind of center tee. So kind of right in the middle of the tee, or where you think, or maybe slightly left of center. Just aim pretty much right in the middle of the big hill and send it down there. A little unlucky with the catching the lip of the cup, but you see it just tracks right back towards the cup. So unless you get gapped or cracked, the ball's generally going to kind of funnel itself back here towards the cup on hole 6. Hole 7, it's all downhill, 3 tiers down. The object is to get the ball tracking down into here and using this to slow the ball down and get the ball to kick back towards the cup. So you start all the way from the left as far as you can. And basically you're trying to aim up here to get the ball to bounce off the bricks so that it starts to go towards those rocks. You want to give it a little more pace than you think you do, just to make sure you get plenty of bounce off of there. So just get it kicking off of there, get it kicking down, hope it gets down in those rocks like that, and then usually something better than that happens. That's actually one of the worst possible results. But generally, the ball will just kind of bounce off those. Maybe it was a little bit too hard. But generally, the ball will just kind of tick off that rock. Wow. Those are actually 2 terrible results. I'm not sure why those kind of rode up the rock like that, but anyways, these aren't too bad. That's pretty straight. This one should be the same line. But you're really hoping, if you can, to get the ball to kind of kick through there, off of there like that. That's what you're hoping for. To get the ball to kind of kick off of there and get it to kind of slope towards the hole. And you can make it. The worst thing is the ball coming back and somehow getting pinned back there. Like this is the worst. This is the worst result. You have no chance. All you can do is just tap out. You have no chance at all. Like even this one, you have no chance. So just keep the ball, whatever you do. Hit the rocks, get it over here somewhere if you can't make it. All right, hole 8, middle course. Use front door or back door. I like 2 shoes from the left. If you're doing a front door shot, I want my ball to come about a ball right of these pillars, right down this carpet line for a front door shot. It's very difficult to make this. If you miss it just a hair to the right, it's going to go down in that low depression. So that I'm just a fraction too slow, and it ended up down there. I came really close to those pillars. It's a good layup shot, but you can also play the same line and just miss the cup to the left and go backdoor with it. Now, you always remember, like if you're playing backdoor, you can get cracked at any point in time. So you can play the same shot backdoor. That's probably a little too far left. Probably want to be a little tighter to the cup. Just run it back through there. Don't get cracked, but that's always the danger. That's always a danger if you play these Harris courses, is you could get cracked. So for me personally, I try to do the best I can to not use the bricks if I don't have to. But even this putt, it's gonna just break. Yeah, look at that. It's right into that wood. I don't even think this is possible to make. Yeah. So that's the danger. You can have a slightly better chance for an ace coming off the back door than you do the front door, but there's always the risk. All right, hole 9 in the middle course. You have this hole in the top. Don't use that one. That's actually an outlet pipe that sends you into no man's land. The object is to go past the left of this cup, past the left of the actual cup, and then bring it back in off the back door. So about 1 shoe off the left. And just miss the cups to the left, keep the speed up. Miss the cups to the left, and get cracked again. That's the reality of playing these Harris courses. Is it's really difficult to not get cracked. It's really difficult. That's what you want to do. Just miss the cup, even if you touch the lip or whatever. But you're going to have these, 4 or 5 foot putts a lot when you come and play these courses, and it's just up to you on whether or not you can make these putts enough to keep your score under control. All right, middle course. Now let's go to the east course. The final of the 27 holes. We're just running through this. So make our way down the path. Higash, east. This is the one that's the hardest. Hole 1. So coming through here, the hole sits back there in typical Harris Cup fashion. The green does not slope to the left. Everything slopes to the right. The object here is to get the ball kicking off of these bricks towards the cup. You can either play a single rebound direct or double rebound past the cup and bring it back in. So, about 1 shoe from the left. There's a seam out here. You kind of want to just aim like right into the seam. You want to give this one enough pace for, this is going to be a double rebound shot. Kick, kick. Got a little unlucky with some of the kicks there, but it's up there. I was a little too far left. Kick, kick. All right, and so basically you need to learn these putts. Now earlier, we were over in this area and this putt snapped hard to the left. All right, so it must have been a little bit farther up there. That was pretty straight. And then this putt from back here should be pretty straight as well. Oh, leaked a little right, leaked a little right. But anyways, that's the gist of playing hole 1. Hole 2, a little bit more complicated. Thought that was complicated, check this one out. Okay, up the rise, here's a plateau. This is a valley. You want the ball rocking through the valley. You want the ball rocking through the valley like this. And then it kicking off of that rock and getting the ball to slope towards the cup. That's the goal. If the ball comes over the top like this and goes down here, you really don't know what's going to happen. It could get a nice bounce like that, but it could basically go anywhere. The optimal play is to get the ball rocking up through the channel like this and either clipping this rock or just barely missing it and then getting the ball slope down towards the cup. So, start from the left. I'm about 1 shoe out from the edge of the carpet. This is all about the pace. All about the pace. Might be a slightly too slow. Kick off that rock. It did. And then kicked it down there, and that's perfectly fine. The putts from up here, straight in. All right, moving on. Anybody's played Harris courses, this is a very classic Harris course design. It's kind of a spiral. Shoot it out through here, up, touch the back wall. If you can get the ball to hit up here or down up underneath this wall here and kill the speed, you have a chance of getting the ball to get close. It'll just kind of funnel out and then you have this big green area. So, start from the left. Up, let it hit the bricks, come off the other bricks, try to get the ball to slow down and pop out. That's a fantastic shot. You only get 2 rounds here in the tournament tomorrow. We'll take 2 of those. That's exactly what you want. All right, hole 4, risk reward. What do you want to do? You have 2 possibilities. Not the right possibility that ball actually outlets here and goes this way. If you can get the ball in this pipe, it'll slowly roll out, and every once in a while it can go in, or you have a really good chance to making a 2. The problem is, if you miss, you're gonna make a 3 almost every single time. You'll tap in, it's probably gonna miss, and then you're gonna tap in for a 3. Or you can play to the right of the cup, jump through this gap off and get it off the back, and then you'll end up somewhere around the cup. You have a much better chance of making a 2. So, show you both shots. If you want to try the shot to go into the pipe, you're going to play about 1 putter from the right side, and you're basically aiming at the cup, and you're just getting the ball started. Just getting the ball started. Maybe a little bit harder than that. Just a little bit harder than that. You just want the ball creeping over the edge. Just creeping over the edge. You really don't want to miss the hole to the right. It can turn around and come back. And that one stopped. It can turn around and go back in. If you want the ball to turn around and go back in, almost every time, you need to miss it to the left. And then it can turn around and go back in that way. When it pops out, every once in a while it'll go in. Like that one I got lucky and it went in. But usually it doesn't. Okay, so 2 shoes from the right. You're gonna miss the cup on the right. Jump it off the edge. Give it a little extra pop. Hope it doesn't go out of bounds. I want to miss the cup to the right so that doesn't happen. I need to hit a little bit harder. Like that, it'll kick, and it'll end up somewhere down there. You have a much safer chance to end up something down there. And then you just got to make these putts. This putt will break a little bit to the left. And then this putt, I think, is kind of straightish, pretty straight. Boom. All right, that's how you play hole number 4. On the West course, hole number 5, you have a decent chance. Play about, not quite a full shoe out, about 3/4 of a shoe out. The ball's gonna come through here and it's gonna break to the left. The aim point is pretty much like at this brick. Somewhere maybe on this crack, somewhere in this area is where you're aiming from the tee. And the ball's gonna just kind of just very gently turn left and go towards the cup. And you want this ball kind of to be at the pace that it's just getting to the cup in order for you to have the best chance of making it. So, not quite a shoe out. Aiming just at that brick, or the gap I told you about. Send it on its way. It should just have a little gentle turn to the left. A little unlucky there. That should be a little better. Yes. There you go. That's hole 5 of the West course. All right, hole 6.
East.
Yeah, East course, sorry, East course. You have a West course, a middle course, and now we're playing the East course, sorry. All right, hole 6. 1 shoe from the green and about 2 balls. You want to run the ball right down through this channel. You see the seam's kind of split. You want to go just on the left edge of that. I play a front door direct shot. You can also play the same shot back door. If you hit this ball on the right line, you have a really good chance of making it. The ball should start to turn a little bit to the left. Oh, it's straightened out. Usually that ball turns left and it goes right in the cup. So shooting 2 balls. Maybe started a little bit too fast. Oh, it's hanging out. Generally, that ball wants to turn a little bit to the left, and it'll just turn right towards the cup. And usually that ball's going right through there, and it'll just turn right in. But that's the gist of hole 6 on the East course. All right, the second jump hole, hole 7. This is a large gap. You really got to hit the ball a lot harder than we did on the other jump hole. So 1 shoe, 1 putter, and 1 ball. Okay. The lighter colored bush out there, just aim at the middle of the bush and send it down there. This is a double rebound shot. Well, I didn't get it quite far enough to the right, but that's my par putt. The farther right you get it, you're gonna kick it off the right, and then it's gonna go across the cup and then hopefully kick it back in. Let's try one more. So I hit that one a little bit too far left. A little too far right, you can actually risk going out of the sidewalk. So that's a little better. Kick over, kick over. That's more of what you're looking for. But you're gonna have putts like this. This putt's slightly downhill and it should be slightly turning ever so slightly to my left. So I'm gonna put this ball just a little bit outside the right. I'm gonna hit it down the slope and hopefully you can make this. Yep, didn't quite start it out far enough to the right. But this is a very common putt that you would have. And this putt's basically right center. So, there you go. Hole 7, moving to hole 8 on the East course. 2 different ways you can play it. You can go straight down the middle and it turns ever so slightly to the right, or you can use the rough on the right and it'll actually turn the ball to the left. So Brent, if you can tell me your shot when you play through the middle, where you tee up at.
1 shoe, 1 putter.
1 shoe, 1 putter from the left. And he's aiming pretty much right in the middle of that gap.
Yeah, middle, or just barely like a ball right.
Middle or a ball right of middle, and to send it, this whole plays downhill, it's pretty fast. Okay, I did not quite start that far enough to the right. Very close. Or you can play 2 shoes and a putter from the left, and you can go through the rough. Go through the rough, send it down through there. It's a bit too fast. Yeah, that's a bit too fast. But you can see how the ball turns left and it can line up that way. Just remember, it plays downhill. You don't have to give it a lot, and it will trickle out. That's hole 8. All right, last hole of the course. Thanks to Brent for helping us out. This one, the hole is guarded by this big mound right here. You really can't do a front door shot. So you can come through here and miss the hole on the right, off the back door. Some people play it all the way over here and kick it over here and try to go this way. I think the better shot is to just miss the hole on the right, get it kicking at any of these rocks over here, these bricks, and it'll come back towards the cup. You can make it, but you're just trying to get it close for it too. So start from the right side, 1 putter from the bricks on the right. Aim left of the cup. Send it down there. Oh my God, I missed everything. That was a little unlucky. You should miss the hole to the right. Wow. I'm consistently bad. You want to start to fall a little farther right than that. A little farther right than that. There we go. And then get cracked. You want to miss the hole on the right. And then the putts from back here really aren't too bad. Most of these are pretty straight. Really not too bad at all. Yep. Yeah, so there you go. That's the gist of Ninja Golf here in Granger, Indiana. We did a quick run through, test live stream. Hopefully everything is as good as normal. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing a live stream, but I forgot a major component to my tripod. So the owner here is trying to help me find that piece. If not, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a live stream tomorrow. See what happens. Hopefully I can get it. But there you go, Ninja Golf. So Brent, if you want to show the people the course, so it's a great place to come out and play. It's really close to Mishawaka, South Bend, Valparaiso, not too far Chicago, probably about 45 minutes from downtown Chicago. Come out here and play. It's 27 holes. It's $15 to play 27 holes. I mean, it's a great deal. You got ice cream inside, some other snacks.
Throwing star.
You got the throwing stars. Let's go check out the throwing stars. So I've never personally done throwing stars, but you know, I have like axe throwing, whatever. But this has throwing stars. Oh, it's really dark back there, but
Laser maze and karaoke.
okay. So they got karaoke, laser maze. One year we came through here, there were a bunch of turkeys over here. But yeah, this is the throwing, the axe throwing area.
Ninja star.
Ninja stars. Yeah, sweet. But this is it. This is Ninja Golf in Granger, Indiana. And special thanks to my friend Brent for holding the camera for me. Fortunately, I had a fail with I lost the treat, or I misplaced a piece of my tripod and didn't bring it with me. Hopefully, his media guy can help out. But this is it. This is Ninja Golf, Granger, Indiana. I am Frank Vassessi, and we will see you next time. All right, stop it.